Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Thursday. It is July 25th, and I'm here with Mrs. Dog. We took a road trip to see one of our daughters, and we are somewhere in East Tennessee. And we're taking another couple of days break before we get back to the grind, to life, to real life. But I was witnessing some real life going on in Washington, D.C. I'll talk about that in a minute. I have a good verse I'm going to share, you guys. But tomorrow is Mrs. Dog's birthday. What do you think about that, Mrs. Dog?
I'm getting old.
Do you want to say hello?
Hmm?
Do you want to say hello?
Well, they can see me way
They
over
can. If you lean
here.
a
Way
little
over
bit.
here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nice earrings.
You got it for me.
Yeah, I did. So anyway, I was watching, I think this happened yesterday, all the days when we're not working, every day feels like Saturday and Sunday or one of the weekends days, doesn't it? So I had to think a little bit before I started this video. It's Thursday. Yes. But anyway, I think it happened yesterday in DC where Netanyahu came in to make that speech, and it drew out all the idiots and terrorists. And from what I'm reading, they tried to destroy stuff at the Capitol. I think they stormed the Capitol the day before, maybe. And I'm wondering, by the way, if those people are going to be, if they're going to be brought up on charges and thrown under the DC prisons like some other folks were a few years ago for years without trial, without due process. I wonder. I don't think so. They probably weren't even arrested. They were probably encouraged. They were probably applauded.
They were probably paid.
They were probably paid. They were probably paid, which is sad. The whole thing is sad. But I saw some video where they were not stopped out at the park right there in DC, this Union City, I guess, station, Union City Station or park. I'm not sure if it's a park, but they vandalized statues. They vandalized the Liberty Bell. They took the American flags down, burned them, and then raised Palestinian flags. There was at least one person with he had a scarf around his face. He wasn't showing his face, the coward, but he had a Hamas flag. And this is being allowed in the capital of the country. How? I mean, to take not just one, but multiple flags down, and it's allowed that a Palestinian flag, is it even a country, is raised and left there for a while, from what I can understand, from what I can gather. Vandalized property, graffitied the bell, graffitied the monuments. And that's a playbook out of the fascist, Mao Zedong would be proud. That's what they do. They label you, they try to dehumanize you, they just try to destroy history, they try to erase it, they want to take down your monuments, they want to just do everything over, burn it down. God knows what goes in front in its place. But my biggest thing when I'm reading this is not that it was attempted. That doesn't surprise me. What kind of surprised me, I guess it shouldn't surprise me, is that it's just being allowed. It's just allowed. It's just like, okay, people, I guess, are watching this.
It wouldn't be in other countries.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it wouldn't be done. And try that in Russia. I bet. Try that in Moscow and see what happens. It might happen in Europe now. I don't know. They're so soft too. Well, not all of them, but try that in Poland. I bet it wouldn't happen there, or Hungary, or some of these other places. They got a little close to us.
They did.
I think they were trying to see what we were doing.
I thought they were.
All right. We saw you. Car.
About took our nose off.
They tried to take the front bumper off, I believe, right there. Anyway, they tried to shave us a little bit.
Yep.
Hello. Take a picture. But try that stunt in, I don't know, Beijing. I bet it ain't going to work in Beijing.
Nope.
Anyway, that's what burned me up, is that it's just being allowed. Now, I did read that later on the Speaker of the House, what's his name, Johnson, and some other House Republicans went out there and took the Palestinian flag down, raised the American flag back up, tried to clean it up, the mess up. Did clean it up, so they made it right. I would hope that some Democrats would join them, but it didn't say that they did. They may have, and who knows. But we needed the fraternity brothers from North Carolina, didn't we? I mean, somebody step in. I don't know. It just burns me up. I mean, but I think that's a sign. I think when that happens in your capital, and it wouldn't be allowed in a lot of small towns in the United States. Okay, these people they're just stopped right in front of our car.
He's backing up.
He's gonna back up.
Maybe they're doing the same thing we are.
All right, you can't go nowhere.
Nope.
Oh, he's just going. Okay. Anyway.
Continue.
Man. Okay. Sorry. That I think it's a sign, and I think that it probably wouldn't happen in most small towns. It wouldn't be allowed either. But it's a big sign, and the biggest thing that kept coming to mind was Rome was falling. There are a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities to ancient Rome and the United States or Washington D.C. And even when ancient Rome fell, the rest of the country, the continent, or the Italian peninsula, it's not like it burned all the way down. People still lived and still made a living. People still went on with life. So I think, Washington D.C. is just a cesspool of evil, like Sodom and Gomorrah. There's several places like that in the United States, but probably more than several. But it's a big country, so, but I think it's just a big sign. And what it made me think about is that they're gonna put the camel is their horse. The camel's gonna run and be officially nominated, even though nobody voted for her. That's another issue. Nobody voted for her.
Right.
And they came within an inch. Or less than an inch, of taking out both candidates and having candidates from both parties that nobody voted for. Think about that one. And they may still try that. And they may still make another try at that. But anyway, we know on the Democrat side, nobody voted for her. And the camel's going to run. And the camel's going to win. The camel's going to win. She's going to make it closer than Biden would have. Close enough to where they'll have another 2 or 3 a.m. ballot drop somewhere. Or some other shenanigans that'll happen. To where they'll keep the voting poll open somewhere. Probably somewhere in Atlanta.
Yep.
Or Georgia somewhere. And until, I don't know, midnight or some foolishness like that.
A suitcase full of ballots.
They'll find the suitcase will make an arrival. And heck, they may not even have to cheat. That's the sad part about it. I know that sounds pessimistic, but that's the way I'm feeling right now. And she's going to win. So we'll talk more about it, but you need to prepare for that. You need to prepare for, and we can make fun of the cackling hen and all that kind of stuff, because we will do that. But the serious side of that is that it's going to be an acceleration of the last 4 years, like that'll make your head spin. And so we need to figure out how we're going to deal with that and mitigate it and roll with it. Do we go gray? Do we go berserk? Do we do whatever? Do we join in whatever the response is going to be in that? There's going to be a response. There may not be a response. There may need nothing happen. People might just growl and go, bye, bye, oh, that happened again, bye. And then they're just going to go back under the rock. I don't know.
Got any good news?
What do y'all think? This dog's asking if I have any good news. I don't know. The sad part about it is I was watching some video and these people, these idiot young white people joining in the protests, that don't have no idea what they're doing. It just looks cool, I guess, to do that. But they're saying free Palestine from the river to the sea. They wouldn't be able to tell you what river or sea they're talking about. You could go up to them and say name it. They won't be able to tell you that. But the good news is I have a passage to share. Thank the Lord.
Here you go.
Jesus doesn't change, does he?
No.
No. Miss Dog is ready for good news. She's just giving me. She's giving me the passage. Like, here, read this. All right. Well, you would have just kept on going, probably.
Yep.
All right. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. Matthew 5:16. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Amen. Amen. Let your light shine through. I let some anger shine through a while ago, and there is righteous anger, and it's understandable to be upset about some things, but we can let our light shine. We can be the light. Thank you. We can be the light to others and be an example that we are not going to be like the other side, like they behave. That's what we can do. And vote. Please vote. If you were saying that you weren't going to, I get it. I get that too. I get it. 4 years ago, I was like, I ain't never going to vote again. So, and we both said that, and like, we got to at least try. And that at the end of the day on November 5th, you did what you could do right then, right? So anyway, I will leave it there. Share your thoughts. We're going to continue our time off for the next couple of days. So be safe out there. Keep preparing. God bless you. We'll see you soon.